Hey guys, gwyned here. I am finally doing my match for the Hipsters of the Coast Standard Pauper event. This is round 3 of this particular event, or week 3, and my opponent is Joe Cool. I won the dice roll, and I am going to go first. Got a 2-lander here technically, but no real access to blue. Actually, I can only cast the Thunderbolt in my hand, so that's an easy mulligan. This is a little closer. Do have a turn 1 Delver, which is pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. My opponent kept, so not a great opener, but maybe if we can draw a mountain, we should be in decent shape. So I do not want a mulligan, and hopefully this turn 1 Delver will just get us there, because I don't have a whole lot else going on at this point. See what my opponent is playing. He's playing an Evolving Wilds, so don't know anything yet. And I flip a Artful Dodge. Well, that's certainly good value. So we'll obviously swing in here and pass the turn back. Like I said, maybe the Delver will go the whole way. There is no better play in Standard Pauper right now than flipping the turn 2 Delver. So I'm probably playing against White Weenie, which means this Essence Scatter should be pretty good. Maybe I'll try to play... No, not White Weenie. Interesting. Okay, and of course I miss. But we'll just go ahead and attack and leave up Essence Scatter again. Oh, and he has a Righteous Blow. Darn. And that's all she wrote then. Yeah, can't do anything about that. So I'll just pass the turn back. Should have known that he probably had a play since he didn't play anything. See what he's got here. At least whatever this is, I'll be able to Essence Scatter. Oh yeah. Definitely Essence Scatter that. Hopefully I can draw into a land here. No, of course not. So we're going to be stuck on 2 lands. So this game is not looking great. What is this? A Primal Hunt Beast. Oh, he's playing this deck. Okay, well. And of course now I draw the Essence Scatter when it doesn't do me any good. Alright, well I did draw the Mountain, which is nice. So if he's playing Hexproof, I'm in a world of hurt here. Afterboard, I have some answers for it, but it's still just, this is going to be pretty grim. The only good news is I can Artful Dodge twice. I might be able to pull something off. Okay, so he didn't have an enchantment, which is really good. The life gain definitely stinks. So let's see what I draw here. I draw a Delver. Alright, so I could Faithless Loot and Artful Dodge twice, and that is 3, 6, 9. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 10, which is pretty good. Alternatively, I could just Artful Dodge once, and then could Essence Scatter. Hold up, Essence Scatter, that seems pretty decent. Alternatively, drop the Delver. Let's see here. Definitely going to go ahead and Artful Dodge. The question is, do I want to loot as well? And I think the answer is yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Artful Dodge once. Hopefully he doesn't have a play here, although I don't think for that mana he has anything he can do. I am going to go ahead and Faithless Loot here as well, but not going to use the other Artful Dodge. I might have a better use for it next turn. Alright, so I definitely don't need the second Delver. And I think at this point I'm going to ditch the Essence Scatter as well. That might have been a mistake. But so we'll hit for 7 here. Dropping my opponent to 13. We'll play the Delver and then pass the turn back. So next turn I can Artful Dodge, Faithless Looting, so I need to draw a land here to really be able to get in here. So as long as he doesn't have a lifelink guy, I feel pretty good, but if he's able to drop a lifelink enchantment, I'm probably in trouble. Okay, that's not the worst. It's going to kill me pretty fast. Let's see what else he's got. So he's just got a double travel prep. Hits me for 10. Dropping me to 10. Okay, so maybe my Delver can flip here? Of course not. If my Delver had flipped, I probably would have been in pretty good shape. So I can only cast 1 enchantment here. I mean, I can get in for 1. But that's not going to be enough. And then next turn he kills me. So I've got to be able to get in for all the damage here. He could easily have Righteous Blow 2 to kill this off. So I hit for 4, but I can't cast anything else. So I think I'm just dead. I guess I don't have to, yeah, but 3, 7, 8. I only do 8, and then on the crack bet, I guess I can leave this back to block. To chump. That's probably my best bet here. So I think what I will do is go ahead and Faithless Loot and see if I can find a land. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to leave the Delver back to block. Alright, so I do find a land, which is nice. I don't think it matters. I'll keep the mountain. So we will play the mountain. Just hit with the Cyclops. And then if I can chump here, I'm actually in pretty good shape. So obviously we chump here, go to 5, and I should, we'll see how this works. He's got to be able to get rid of the Cyclops. If he has anything to get rid of the Cyclops, I'm in trouble. That doesn't matter. I'm going to draw another land, so I can Artful Dodge for 4. Think Twice for 7. So any of his guys are lethal. So Artful Dodge for gives me 1. Brimstone Volley gets me 3. So I'm at 4, 7. But I still die. Right? Yeah, I would have to get full value out of that Brimstone, which I can't do because my guy is dead. So I think this is probably, no, if I think twice here, so he's got to get in. So even if I think twice, I don't think I have a red. Do I have anything I can play? I have something I can play for 1 blue. I don't think I have anything I can play for 1 red. So let's go ahead and Artful Dodge. Well, does it even matter? Because if I think twice, I'm missing 3 damage. 7. Oh, wait. I do have it. I almost missed it. Because this does double duty. Boosts him up to 7, plus he takes 3. So I did have it. I just almost didn't see it. Unless he's got a life gain spell. Right? Yeah, because now he hits... Oh, he has something, Pay No Heed. That's pretty good against me. So I assume he did it against the Cyclops. So, even if I leave this guy back, I'm dead. Yeah, so that's a good game. Well, he definitely had exactly the right card to beat me. That was close, but not anything I can do there. So we'll concede and go to game 2. So that was kind of a bummer. Let's see, Disperse is going to be good against him, as will Claustrophobia. Didn't see any flyers. We'll take out the Thunderbolts. Take out the Dispels as well. Let's see, and one more cut here. Negate will still be good. I think Disperse is going to be really good against... Well, it's decent against him. Maybe it's not really good, but it's decent. I think I'm going to cut a Disperse. Yeah, my opponent's talking about the pay no heed. It really was pretty much backbreaking. It was the difference between me winning and losing there. So definitely very good for him. Obviously, Dispel would have been insane in that particular spot, but... does it target? Yeah, it doesn't target. That's what I thought. Yeah, so it's really good against hexproof, he's saying as well, because it doesn't target. Alright, so did I submit? I did submit. Okay, so I'm just waiting for my opponent. So definitely a good turn of events for him. Wasn't really anything I could have done there. Not sure why it took me so long to see the fact that hitting him with Brimstone Volley was going to do double damage there. Not that it mattered, but should have seen that earlier. So considering how poor my draw was, that was a fairly close game. This obviously is a keep. Guild Gates are a little slow, but my opponent had to mull down to 6 and 5. So, and 4. Ouch. 3. Well, he's on 3. If I can't beat him on 3, I can't beat him at all. So, unless I just do terribly here, hopefully we'll be going to game 3 here. Let's see. Is there anything I want to play here? Probably just the Think Twice. Is it worth playing Think Twice now over? I don't think so. I'll just drop to Guild Gate. Alright. Another Guild Gate here. I think I am going to go ahead and rep having... I don't know. Considering what he's got in hand, I think I just want to get the Scroll Thief going, actually. I'm going to go ahead and get the Scroll Thief going. I can destroy his first play and start generating some card advantage. Let's see what this is. Just an Elvish Visionary. He does get a card off that. Hopefully it's not a land. It's not. I think here I'm fine just sending him in. There's no real reason for me to need to... I'm basically getting a card either way. Either he loses a card or I draw a card to see if he thinks it's worth it. He does. So I am fine with that. I'll drop the Sea Kite into turn here, assuming I don't have anything better to do. Alright, now I'm definitely in good shape. See if he's got a trick here. He doesn't. We've even got Disperse. Oh, let's see. Yeah, play it like that. Blue-red. Get the Frostburn Weird out, and then rep a counterspell. It does find a land finally. Centaur Cleric. Alright, well, I'm just going to go ahead and think twice here. And draw Cyclops. That's pretty good value. That Centaur helps him quite a bit. But I am going to go ahead and Searing Spear here because it lets me get in with the Scroll Thief. And then we'll play the Cyclops. I think I played a land. No, I didn't. Oh, good. So I can do the Delver too. 1, red, lagging a little bit here. Alright, well, like I said, if I can't win with this, I can't win. And so here I can disperse that. See if my Delver flips. I'm not expecting him to. Yeah. So I disperse that and think twice. Yeah, that's got to be the right play. It does gain him some life, but considering how much I'm hitting him for, it probably doesn't matter. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that was a pretty good, even though he's going to gain 3 of it back. That was still pretty good, and I'll get a card out of it too. Now all I need is another burn spell, and I'm pretty much there. So plays the Centaur Healer, that's fine. Hopefully my Delver will flip. It doesn't. Alright, so I don't want to just throw this away. It's worth a point. So he won't block this. If I throw, let me see, so that's an extra 2. He'll probably block here. So I get in for 2. Yeah, it's definitely worth. We'll send them all in. I'll happily give away this Scroll Thief if that's what it takes. He may block here, but even that's fine. Okay, so he blocked just like I thought he would. I'll make sure I leave 4 mana up, so I could do 1 more. And even if he has Pay No Heed, I'm fine with that, because, yep, as he did. That's fine. Happy to just get that out of the way. But these Frostburn Weirds should be enough to put the game away. Plus, if I want to, I can Haunted Fingraph and get the guy back. Let's see what he's got here. Another Centaur Healer? No. Another Centaur Healer. No, those have definitely been good for him. Come on, Flipper. No Flipper. Well, considering that, we'll go ahead and get this guy back. You know what? Do I want to do that here? Let's wait till after I attack. See what he wants to do here. He's going to block one of them. Oh, so he's going to block both. You can only have one Pay No Heed, so I think I'm okay with that. And he loses them both. Okay, great. Nothing. Reveal. Now that should be good game. Yeah, that's good game. Did surprisingly well. So definitely thinking this is going to be a pretty tough matchup for me. Not looking forward to it, but we will see what we can do here. We'll just toss that back. It is somewhat tempting to grab one of these Dispels just to use against his Pay No Heed, but Negate has a little bit more versatility, and I think I'd rather have Disperse in there. Essence Scatter also seems good. He plays a lot of creatures. Yeah, I don't think there's any changes I want to make. Claustrophobia should be pretty decent against him. So let's see what happens. Well, no matter what happens, at least I won a game. My opponent had to mull to 3, but I won a game. Alright. So waiting for my opponent to figure out what he's going to do. And this is not exciting, but it's certainly fine. My opponent mulled to 6, but then get to keep, and he is playing first. Okay, makes sense. I can't imagine him not playing first with this deck. I am going to need a land here at some point, but that shouldn't be too hard. See what he has here, an Elvish Visionary. Okay, not great, but I can live with that. Am I going to play anything this turn? Or would I rather? I think I'd rather have Scroll Thief out, so I'm just going to go ahead and let that go. If I had Essence Scatter there, obviously I would have held on to it, but I don't, so we're just going to go ahead and take it. See what if he's got another play here. Did find a third land. The Centaur. That I'll probably have to just kill. Yeah. Delver there would have been nice. Still going to need another land. As is, we'll just Searing Spear this guy and keep going. So definitely not looking too good here. Depending on what he's got. If he's got another 3-power guy or bigger, I'm in trouble. Okay, that guy could be a problem. And I can't, he's hexproof. I really need a land here, but I really should probably just get the Scroll Thief online. It doesn't block the Primal Hunt Beast, but it does block the Visionary. Yeah, this is going to be tough. I'm definitely kind of on the back foot here. Obviously, I'm going to block. Take 3. Okay, so he gets a land out of it, so that's an interesting decision, but it certainly works. He gets that, and let's see what else he's going to do here. So I will be able to Artful Dodge the Scroll Thief in, which is a nice way of drawing a card. Has an Attendant Knight, okay. And I do find a land. So I think I'm going to Artful Dodge here and draw another card. Is that the right play? And then drop another, then maybe Claustrophobia that. I mean, it'd be nice to have some way of blocking the Primal Hunt Beast. I don't really have any way of dealing with that. So I think I will, for starters, just go ahead and get in with this guy. Could have Pay No Heed here, but it really doesn't do him a whole ton of good. Draw a land, which I need. Okay, so now we're gonna, do I want to Claustrophobia this guy or play a Scroll Thief? I think considering what he's got, I'd rather just go ahead and play the Claustrophobia. So I'm going to take 4 here. Definitely going to probably have to chump this guy eventually here, because he's starting to do some serious damage to me and down to 11. Don't know if I can deal with all my opponent's threats here fast enough. And another Hunt Beast, that's really bad for me. That, on the other hand, is really nice. I can't do a ton with it, but it does block one of his guys. So I think here I just have to keep looking for lands. Those Hunt Beasts are killing me. Alright, my opponent said he'd be right back. For the most part, this is just a tough matchup. I think this deck can do pretty well against White Weenie, but the fatties that Selesnya is able to put into play, especially the Primal Hunt Beasts, are just devastating to this deck. I just don't really have the ability to deal with Selesnya very well. I mean, you saw last game, it basically took a mold of 3 for me to beat him, and I don't see any reason why this game's going to go any different. So I'm going to take another 4 here, which is definitely going to be painful. I just got to hope he doesn't have travel preparations in hand. I have caught up on lands. If I could draw one more, well, even another burn spell doesn't really help me, just because those hexproof guys are just devastating against this deck. I don't really have any good way of dealing with them. I will be able to turn on the Cyclops next turn, which will help. So I'm not out of the game entirely, but it's definitely not looking good. I am going to go ahead and pause it. Alright, my opponent's back. Go ahead and swing in here and get my card. Just gotta hope I can generate something with all this card advantage, but I'm not very optimistic. Sea Kite isn't great. Not terrible, but I just don't have the mana for it. So I will be able to at least block a Primal Hunter here, unless of course he has the pump thing, travel preparations, in which case I'm pretty much dead. 2 lands is, or I guess a land in an Elvish Visionary isn't so bad. He's digging for something. Okay, so he didn't have anything. So I assume he's not going to attack with the soldier. That's kind of surprising, but I will gladly just take 3 here and pass the turn back. A land is great. So I want to hold up Think Twice here so that I can activate this guy. I think here I just passed the turn back. Yeah, because I can hold up Sea Kite. I don't think I'll get much value out of Sea Kite, but it's certainly possible. Centaur Healer is unfortunate, but Those have been really good for him. Tell you what. Of course, it's probably the reason to play. One of the best reasons to play this deck is the 3 life plus a 3/3 is just so good. So he is going to go ahead and swing in. Visionary 2. Alright, we're going to go ahead and think twice here. See what I draw. Mountain isn't great. There's no real reason to pump again. I think I can... Do I take 3 here? That becomes the more interesting question. Oh, I should have brought in the Sea Kite. That was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. Definitely a mistake. Unfortunate mistake. Saying he has common bond. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely beat me here. Let's see what he's got. Righteous Blow. Okay. So he'll die, but trading him off isn't the worst. So I definitely took a point of damage there. I shouldn't have. That was just dumb of me. Just a dumb rookie mistake. Yeah, and now I'm just drawn dead here. Get another Scroll Thief out. And, yeah. Not real happy with the way this is going, obviously. So definitely made some mistakes there. Could have played it out better, but that's all right. All right, so not totally out of this yet. Can drop another Nephalia, but I guess it depends on what he draws. Sorry, someone else just came into the chat and we're talking about the event a little bit. So my opponent's swinging in here. I'm hoping he doesn't have Common Bond here. If he doesn't, I might actually have a chance here. If he has Common Bond, I'm in big trouble. He can prevent a source, but even that's just a 1-for-1. So I'm fine with that. Let's see what he wants to do here. I mean, Righteous Blow. Could work. Although even then, even Righteous Blow isn't enough. So let's see what he's going to do here. It's a decent block if he doesn't have any tricks. If he has some tricks, well, it's not great. But hey, I'm not taking any damage. So let's see if he's got a trick here. Otherwise, they're just 1-for-1s, which is definitely good for me. Blockers are ordered. Yeah, it's just 1-for-1s. That was not too shabby. Oh, then of course he's got a Seraph just for the rub-ins. So I've got a Haunted Fengraph in here. Ugh, all lands. So I'm pretty much just dead here. And I swing in with both of these. He blocks one. Well, let's think about this. So I'm pretty much dead no matter what. But if I swing in here, of course he could have double. Now if he had that though, so I swing in with both of these. If I draw a card, I could draw the Searing Plays or the other one to hit this. I mean, I think I'm okay with that. I mean, he probably won't block, but I don't see what other choice I have anyway. I mean, I'm pretty much dead. Yeah, I think, I mean, again, I'm pretty much just playing for outs here. And I just don't think I'm going to find any. So he did just go ahead and block. Oh, he's going to double block that one. Interesting. Okay. Guess I could have ordered that differently, but whatever. I'll just trade it for a guy. And I, of course, don't draw it anyway. Figures. But, you know, I played to the out. I guess I could still draw the, Oh, and he has another one of those, really? Those have just been so good for him. I think he's drawn 3 in every game. Wow, and another land. I mean, Disperse buys me around. Let's see. So I can do this and get a card back. That blocks that, but not very well. I did play, of course I played the Haunted Fengraph. I don't have any more Think Twices. I mean, I can Disperse here and chump there. This doesn't do anything against either of his creatures. Yeah, I just needed something other than lands, and I just drew way too many lands. So we'll wait for his turn, and we'll disperse the Seraph. And then chump with the Scroll Thief. Oh, and he's got a pacifism. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. Those are games, just drew way too many lands. So, yep, that's game. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. In closing, let me remind you, you can keep up with all my writings and articles by following me on Twitter at the username gwyned42. That's GWYNED and the number 42. I also regularly publish articles over at puremtgo.com. Search for me by the username gwyned on that site, or find the link in the description of this video. I also maintain a blog now at writeradept.blogspot.com, and you can also find that in the description. Finally, if you enjoyed these videos, please remember to subscribe to my channel and post any feedback or comments. Thanks for watching.